welcome back. So on this video, my wife and I are going on a float trip on the St. Francis River in Arkansas, and it turned out to not be that fun of a trip. It was kind of scary in points, but basically my moral of the story is make sure you double check the weather before you go on a river. We're on our paddle boards. I have a cooler there full of just some essential stuff in case we needed it. But here in a little bit, it's going to thunderstorm on us. It's going to be a downpour. There's going to be lightning, and it's just a little bit scary for us, especially for one of our first few trips on the paddle boards. Now, I checked the weather multiple times with this, and it wasn't supposed to rain or be a thunderstorm. Even it was supposed to rain a little bit later, but there's no chance of thunderstorm. And this little storm cell popped up out of nowhere right over the top of us and just downpoured on us. And my wife was not too impressed at all.
It was about this time where you can see the clouds above me, but we were headed straight into a thunderstorm that we had not anticipated. It was not supposed to rain for like 3 more hours or 4 more hours, but here we were in the middle of a storm, so this is where things started to go wrong. What does that mean? Great. It wasn't gonna rain till 5. You said it wasn't gonna rain till 5. He lied. Alright, here we go. It's raining on us. Hopefully it doesn't rain too long. Okay, so this is us getting off the river because it started to thunderstorm pretty bad and there was lightning everywhere, and we didn't want to risk staying on the water during this storm. So this is us getting off the water. And it's at this point that we're sitting on the edge of the river on top of our life jackets because there's quite a bit of lightning happening. And I didn't get it on video, but while we were sitting here, a huge black snake slithers under our paddleboards and goes right by us. I'm not sure if it was a water snake or what it was, but it was big enough for us to decide to get back on the water instead of staying there. So after we got back on the water, we continued down the river for quite a ways, and then we came across a tree that was down, and it was not passable, and the conditions on the river were just getting worse, and so we had to turn and go back upstream, which was pretty hard for me to keep up with Seth, and so you can see I'm just tagging along and letting him paddle, and I'm holding on at this point. I was so tired. We'd been going for, I think, maybe 2 miles, and we were fighting the current. Raining again. He's going back. wasn't supposed to storm till 5 o'clock. But here we are. And it rained at like 2:30. Something like that. Arkansas weather for you. Just never know. Okay, so this was the first spot that we found where we could potentially get off of the river. It is not where we put in, but we were so tired, and also there was still a storm in the area, and we knew we needed to get off the water. And so we came to this spot, and we were just gonna figure it out. Be careful. You alright? Nothing. Okay, see? It wasn't a bad idea. We checked this out, I don't know, earlier this week, but it is what it is. We gotta get off the river.
So this is the other end of that road that we got off the water on. We ended up carrying our paddle boards about halfway and got tired of it and decided that we wanted to try to go get the car. We had about a mile before we could get back to the car, and it started downpouring harder than it had been previously. But luckily there was some good old boys driving down the levee in their truck, and they offered to drive us or give us a ride to our car. It was a little bit sketchy because we were in the bed of the truck and it rained. It was so cold, the rain was, it felt like hell. And to top it off, the guys in the truck were intoxicated. They were should not have been driving. And I want y'all to know, learn from our mistakes. Don't make dumb choices like we did. We were just in a hurry to get to the car. We thought that the storm was going to get real bad. We didn't really know. We didn't have great signal. And luckily we made it back safely. The guys got us to our car. But the funny thing is, on the way out, they drove up a four-wheeler trail thinking it was the road because they were intoxicated so bad.